Check, 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 check.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up!
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your local's farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I love Firehouse Subs. Take their meatball sub, for example. It's loaded wall-to-wall with Italian meatballs and a zesty marinara with melted provolone on a toasted roll. And when I say take their meatball sub, I mean it. Grab a medium meatball sub combo to go right now, just $6. But don't forget, the reason Firehouse Subs is driven to make the best subs anywhere is simple. The more subs you enjoy, the more they're able to help save lives because a portion of every purchase goes towards first responders in our communities.
The Firehouse Sub Meatball Sub Combo. Medium meatball sub, your choice of chips, and a 22-ounce drink. Get it hot and ready in our to-go box. Now just $6 for a limited time only. Order online now at firehouseSubs.com. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit firehousesubs.com.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much, we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle-related issues can say, "So long, heel pain. Catch you later, corns. Hasta la vista, hammer toes." Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. The employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. My car! And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Taros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your local's farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her and opened the door. And a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Taros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your local's farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri. I love Firehouse Subs because you can feed your whole crew and help your community thanks to Firehouse Subs Catering. If you're planning a tailgate, an office holiday party, or anything in between, Firehouse Subs has crowd-pleasing platters starting at just $5 per person. They'll even deliver to you. And of course, you'll be helping your community because a portion of every purchase at Firehouse Subs goes towards helping first responders in our communities. The more subs folks enjoy, the more Firehouse Subs is able to help save lives.
Firehouse Subs Catering. Choose from sub, salad, or dessert platters for your next group gathering. Platters start at just $5 a person. Visit FirehouseSubs.com to find a location near you. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit FirehouseSubs.com.
You're gonna love buying from Ryan.
Hi, this is Carson Wentz. While we have a couple seconds, I'd like to tell you why I'm a fan of Ryan Family Dealerships. They know the only way to win someone's respect, to earn their business, is by meeting and exceeding their expectations. That's why I buy my vehicles here. Whether it's sales, parts, or service, you can be sure they'll go the extra mile for you. Take it from me, you're going to love buying from Ryan.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
It's time for Minotauros Hockey on the Toros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ, and HockeyTV.com. Toros Hockey is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Gooseneck Implement, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, and Coulter Energy. Now let's go live to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show with Ken Oda.
Hello and welcome inside the Northwoods Credit Union Arena here in Cloquet, Minnesota, as we get ready for Toros Hockey here on the Minotauros Network, AM 1390 KRZ, HockeyTV.com, and of course go Toros.com/listen-live. We welcome you in as the Toros look to clinch the 16th and final playoff spot in the Robertson Cup playoffs. Top four teams from each of the four divisions make it. All three of the other divisions are set. It's just the Central that needs to finish things up. Three teams are already in. The Aberdeen Wings, who the Toros split with last weekend. The Austin Bruins, who the Toros swept 2 weekends ago. And the Minnesota Wilderness, who we see this weekend and we swept 3 weekends ago, I should say. So the Toros looking to punch their ticket tonight. They can do that by winning or by the Aberdeen Wings knocking off the Bismarck Bobcats down in Bismarck tonight. 4 games left for 5 of the 6 teams in the division. The Austin Bruins do have 1 extra game remaining. They'll make that up on, I believe, Wednesday against the Minnesota Magicians. Looking at the standings, top to bottom, it's the Aberdeen Wings. They are the Central Division champions, 76 points on the season. They're followed by the Austin Bruins, who have 66 points left this year. They could theoretically tie the Aberdeen Wings on points, but the Wings have the tiebreaker. That is why the Wings are the division champs. The Minnesota Wilderness sit in third at 64 points, and then it's your Toros, 60 points and 4th place in the division. That has the Toros 6 points ahead of the Bismarck Bobcats with just 4 games to play. Like I said, a win for the Toros or a loss for the Bobcats pulls the plug on the life support for the Bobcats. And then, of course, in last place, the Brookings Blizzard, 49 points on the season. If the Toros can get things done tonight, either on their own or with some help, the Toros will clinch a playoff spot for the 6th year in a row. It's just the Toros' 7th season in franchise history. So after a rocky first year, it's been nothing but good things for the Toros. That 6-year run of making the Central Division playoffs will be the current longest streak in the division. No one else in the division has made it more than 3 years in a row. These Wilderness have been in the playoffs 5 years in a row, but they just joined the Central Division 2 seasons ago, so most of those playoff runs took place as members of the Midwest, and even so, including this year, that's only 5 years of making the postseason for the Wilderness. Other news to take a look at, Miroslav Mucha was not credited with the assist during the games, but upon review, he picked up 2 assists last weekend. That moves him to 54 points on the season, which is important because he passes Reed Stephenson, who had 53 points last year for the Toros, for the single highest point production season by a Toro in franchise history. And with 4 games to play, there's still a chance Miro can push that record even farther, and if he's going to, you got to believe this is the weekend that the young man will do it against the Minnesota Wilderness. Miro, 5 goals and 3 assists, so 8 points in just 6 games in the season series. The Toros 4-2-0 against these Wilderness this year. That's another important number to keep an eye on, because if the Toros can sweep this weekend, they'll improve to 6-2 against the Wilderness, which isn't just nice for confidence in case we meet up in the postseason, but a sweep this weekend would tie the Toros with the Wilderness in the standings at 64 points. From there, having the better head-to-head record, the Toros would have the tiebreak win and would be the 3rd seed in the playoffs. Of course, next weekend, the Toros have the Wings and the Wilderness have the Blizzard, so not necessarily a guarantee that we would finish tied. We could finish ahead or behind, but a sweep this weekend puts the Toros in a possible chance to grab the 3rd seed, and there's even an outside chance that with some help, the Toros could still grab the 2 seed in the division. It would take the Toros probably winning out and getting some help, as the Toros are 6 points back. The Toros can only gain 8 points. So you would think the Toros would need to win all 8 games and hopefully have Austin lose at least 4 of their remaining 5. In fact, the Toros can't even finish tied. Well, the Toros would have the tiebreak if that were the case, because they would have more wins. So the Toros would have the tiebreak over Austin if we finish tied. But again, that will require the Toros to get quite a bit of help. We'll take a commercial break here on the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear from Toros head coach Marty Murray on what was the 6-game win streak, some Toros who have moved on to play pro, and the road ahead as the Toros prepare for the Robertson Cup playoffs. We'll have all of that and more on the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena here in Cloquet, Minnesota. Once again, you've got the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show here on the Minotauros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ, HockeyTV.com, and GoToros.com/listen-live. I'm Ken Oda, and as I mentioned before the break, we had a chance to catch up with Toros head coach Marty Murray. Before this one, we will let you give that a listen now. Head coach Marty Murray. Marty, we haven't talked in a while. I'm a little superstitious. You guys were on the winning streak. I didn't talk to you when it started, so I didn't want to talk to you until it was over.
fortunately we're talking again, but what was the key to that huge run?
I think it was a combination of a bunch of different things. I think we had some timely scoring. I think our guys, like Miro and those guys got on track, and then we've had some guys really step up. And I think the Pavel line with Belial and Lund are prime examples of that. They've really contributed here the last month, and it's good to see, stretching outside of what should be our veteran guys, our top six. It's nice to see some of the young guys being dominant players. Obviously, with Grabko coming in, it's been an unusual circumstance, but he's really played exceptionally well. And at the same time, I think our guys have bought in a little bit more to, doing the little things like blocking shots and getting pucks out and not allowing second, third opportunities. So, it's those little things you hope down the stretch that guys pick up with their tendencies, and we have, and we got to make sure we got to keep continuing with that.
You mentioned the top line getting going, but really to me, I think one of the most impressive things over this run has been the Pavel line getting going with Lund and Fritz Belial on the wings. That line has shut down some of the better scorers in this division.
Well, not only shut them down, but they've I think dominated play and produced goals and frustrated the opposition. And that's a big thing when you can have guys you can count on to go out and do a good job against the Cothan Buthels of the world and the Burks of the world in Aberdeen. They did an exceptional job against them guys, and their fingerprints have been all over success here the last month.
Yeah, you mentioned the success over the last month, and it's been against good teams. It's been against all the playoff teams we'll see: Aberdeen, the Wilderness, and Austin. A sweep of Austin, a sweep of the Wilderness, a split with Aberdeen, and I think we've taken 4 of the last 6 with Aberdeen. Does getting those wins against the other playoff teams give this group confidence going into the postseason?
No question about it. I mean, those are the teams you got to beat to get out of the division, but our focus needs to be to get a playoff spot first, and hopefully we can do that sooner than later, and then focus on fine-tuning our game here, leading the playoffs. But the Central Division's a battle, and tight games. But I think our commitment level has been a little bit better here the last few weeks, and I think it ultimately has translated to wins.
You mentioned getting into the playoffs, and a win does that tonight, or a Bismarck loss. Is it important to you and the coaching staff to get the win as opposed to backing in through a Bismarck loss?
Well, you always feel better about when you can control your own destiny. So, we're not looking at just sitting in 4th place. We look at the standings, and we think we have a chance to climb up. And as crazy as it sounds, maybe we get first home ice in the first round of the playoffs if Aberdeen falters, or if Austin falters here. But we want to win hockey games, and we want to feel good about ourselves. Hopefully to clinch a playoff spot, and nothing's been easy for us, and it'd feel good to do it ourselves and get a W here tonight.
Last thing before I let you go, we've talked quite a bit about this year's team, but looking at some of the guys from past year's teams, we had a few players sign professional contracts over the last couple of weeks. As someone who's been with the program, pretty much from the start now, seeing these guys go out and have success at the next levels, what's that like for you personally as the coach?
It's it's huge. I'm proud of these guys, and proud of the organization. We coming out of the first year was difficult to get high end players, and we kind of started from scratch again, and our guys came in and they bought in, and they've had successful college careers, and now are getting an opportunity at the pro level, and I know we have a few more guys at the collegiate level now that are doing well. They're getting some NHL attention, so it's fun to see. I think it just it speaks volumes about our program where it is today, and I'd love to see a few more guys get that opportunity.
All right, I'll let you go get ready for tonight. Thanks,
man.
Once again, that's Toros head coach Marty Murray on what was the long winning streak, and guys like Scott Dornbrock, Brandon Wildung, and Merrick Madsen signing professional contracts. Merrick signed his entry-level deal with the Arizona Coyotes, as they're called now. Scott Dornbrock, a professional tryout contract with the San Antonio Rampage of the AHL, and Brandon Wildung with the Utah Grizzlies of the ECHL picked up his first professional win last week on Saturday, so Willie already off to a hot start. Dorney and Merrick still looking for their first action, I believe. One last thing before we go. The Minotauros Booster Club annual Toros Awards Banquet is this Wednesday night. It is a banquet and a silent auction. Tickets are available on the Booster Club Facebook page. Silent auction items include unique Toro items, signed Twins, Wild, and Vikings memorabilia, and more. There will be live music from Soul Sister, and the booster raffle winners will be announced as well at the banquet. Hope to see you all out there. It'll be a good time, I'm sure. That will do it for the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the drop of the puck here on the Minotauros Network.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up.
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Taros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena here in Cloquet, Minnesota, as we get ready for the start of action between the Toros and the Minnesota Wilderness. Toros looking to clinch a playoff spot for the 6th season in a row. They can do that with a win or a Bismarck loss, but as Marty said on the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show, you'd rather do it with a win. Toros wearing the traveling red sweaters, cardinal red socks, red buckets, and gloves, black trim and breezers for the men from the Magic City. Cream names, numbers, and trim on the uniforms. The Minnesota Wilderness are wearing military appreciation jerseys as they ice that off the draw, so the draw will come all the way back down into the Toros' offensive zone. It will be to the right of Jacob Seibel. Seibel on the season for the Wilderness is 7-2-2. A .917 save percentage and a .237 goals against average. As this one's dumped in, apparently not for icing, so back on it is Lincoln Earn. Nick Grabko still in net for the Toros. Samuel Lankala did not make the trip, though he did practice this week. That a good sign as we get ready for the playoff push. This is Dow into the zone on the near side, watched by Colby Enns. Dow around into the corner. He plays it back up to the point. Long shot blocked by Fritz Belisle. And the puck caroms all the way out to the red line. It's picked up there by Dow, who looks to speed back ahead on the attack. He tries a shot. It's blocked by Colby Enns into the corner. They'll dig there. It's moved along the wall. Finding it is Andre Pavel. Banks ahead for Keenan Lund. Lund gains the red line and rolls it deep. Seibel out of his net to stop. Seibel leaves it in behind. It'll be gathered up there, and the Wilderness will start up ice. Turcotte leaves off to the far side. Gathered in. And eventually, Pavel finds it and gains control. He rolls it into the zone. And the Wilderness take over, but Lund frees that up. Lund forced into the corner with it. Lund picks his way through the trees and able to find it is Koss. He tries to put one on net, but it's blocked off. Regula tied up by McGinnis at the point where it's kept onside for just a moment before being kicked out to neutral ice. Race the other way. Regula cleaned up nicely by Rosenbaum, and McGinnis is on it on the far side. Connor McGinnis spins off pressure. Now he'll look for a relief valve. It's around to the near side. Poked along the wall by Rosenbaum. No, kept, and they'll dig along the boards. Regula around behind the net. One hand on his stick. Now he gets the other on, and he shovels one back to the point. Banked down the wall into the corner for Nick Altman. Never got there. Cole O'Connell took it away and then gave it right back to the Wilderness. Centering feed broken up by the Toros. Kept to the point by Spencer. Shot save made by Grabko through traffic for the first shot of the game. Comes with 17:47 left to play here in period number 1. Chipped ahead, not out. Spencer kept it. Looks through traffic. That's tipped by Nick Altman. Up to the far boards. Austin Koss finds it. Looks ahead. That's turned over. Morberg shot blockered up and out of play for a whistle. 17:33 left to play in period number 1. Shots on goal. 2-0 in favor of the Wilderness. We are still without a score. I owe you Nick Grabko's numbers. The goaltender is 5-2-0 for the Toros. A .216 goals against average and a .932 save percentage for the Illinois native. Long shot, save made. Follow-up try comes to the side of the net, and Grabko able to get the blocker on top for a whistle. 17:26 left to go in period number 1. We are interactive here on the Minotauros Network. You can tweet at the team at Minotauros Hockey, MINOTAUROHOCKEY. Or you can tweet at me personally at Ken_Oda, KEN_ODA. We are aware of the Hockey TV issues, and they are working in-house to repair them. This is Earn. Tries up the far side. Rysanen looks to shovel it ahead for Talbot. Talbot chases after, but it's controlled by the Wilderness. Coming out from behind their own net. Chip to the far side. It's off the mark. Lincoln Earn banks ahead. Ward can't corral in front of the bench. The Toros do. Lincoln Earn lost the handle as he wanted to dump it. Now he throws it right into the glove. And it's ahead. Truscott leaves for Lucia. Lucia delays. Shot. That goes off the tip of the glove and carries over to the far side. Mucha. Miro, who's got 5 goals in 6 games against the Wilderness, lost the handle on that one. Treble will dump it in. It comes to the side of the net. Picked up, and the Wilderness will set up. Treble dumps it down low. Far side, Lucia. Lucia looks to keep it moving, but it's taken away by Miroslav Mucha and the Toros. Miro has it poked away, but support came from Lovin. Lovin's in. Shot. That goes up and over. Rebound around to the near side. Ends just chips it down low into the corner. Miro finds it in behind. Looks to give to Lovin. Lovin has trouble with Treble. Lovin to the far wall. He's pinned there. Puck kicked free. Toros control at the point. It's Sawchuk. Throws one through traffic. Save made, and able to corral it was Jacob Seibel. 16:04 left to go in period number 1. Still no score. Bakoven's checking in. They've got the Gobles and the Lawrences in tow. The Meckleys with Alex Adam, Andrew Kangas, and Samu Lankala enjoying back at home. Wish those guys were on the trip with us, however. There's no fault of their own. This is banked ahead. Ends. Dumps it in. Toros have to touch up. Kemitz and the Van Hoves watching from the Van Hoves basement as this is kicked free. Moberg tries ahead for Michael, but it's broken up and now played with a high stick. So the whistle goes. Draw will stay in the Toros zone. I've been lax in my duties. I owe you the officiating crew for the evening. Caleb Adirande is the referee. Kyle Doman and Alec Almquist working the lines. Draw to the left of Grabko. Played around to the near side. Dow chops it down low. Pavel working there. Pavel spins off Ward and then banks ahead for Lund. It never got there. Pavel frees it up, and Lund will start up the near side. Lund walled off as he hits the red line. Wilderness control. Ward across the far side, and Worth looking into the middle. It's broken up. Down low. Daly looks to leave to the far side. Ward working on Sawchuk. He leaves it down low for Worth. Worth comes out of the corner, now carries all the way up to the blue line, comes across for Daly. His shot goes wide, rebound to the far side. Belial finds it before it gets to Dow, and he'll just throw it around to the near side. Sawchuk hurries over, looks to shovel it ahead. Lund can't clear the zone. It's back down into the scrum. Sawchuk wins the battle and plays it back to Rosenbaum, who banks to the far side, and Belial flips one ahead, bouncing puck. Lund loved it forward, couldn't corral it himself. O'Connell has trouble in front of the Wilderness bench, as does Austin Koss. Lindelof stepped into nicely by Lund, and the Toros take back over. Rosenbaum holding in his own zone, plays softly up the middle, finds Dahlimer, touches for Koss. Koss can't corral, and he puts himself offside at the line for a whistle. Hyatt's checking in. Brad, Chris, Rob Myers, Ben, and Kayla. So lots of watch parties going on back in the Magic City. As fans looking for the Toros to clinch a spot in the Robertson Cup playoffs. Rosenbaum kept that at the point, down the wall. It squirts free. Koss down into the corner. Leaned on by Regula. Dahlimer's there as well. Dolly, he's put into the boards. Koss still digging down there as well. Dahlimer finds it, dangles through the legs for a moment, then plays back to the point, and Rosenbaum just hacks it right back into the scrum. We'll continue to battle in the near side corner. 14 minutes left to play here in period number 1. Still no score. Koss from around behind puts it in front. Seibel, he's tied up. Toros can't get it towards the front, and the Wilderness will go the other way. This one's dumped into the glove of Grabko by Watkins. Grabko plays. McGinnis to the far side, and Rosenbaum. Rosie's forced to turn, and now he'll speed straight up the middle of the ice. Rosenbaum breaks to his right, gains the red line, and chips this one in. Toros give chase, but it's swept to the far side. Altman and Talbot in a collision of 20s. The puck lays free where it's gathered up by the Wilderness. Michael now gains the line on the far side, has trouble in the middle. Shot, that goes wide. Grabko moving side to side, just couldn't find the net. This is Lincoln Earn. Sweeps it around to the near side. It'll be kept by Treble. No, he did not keep that. Oh, he did. The linesman said no. I heard him bellow and assumed that he was saying it was off, but it was actually a good play. Far side. This is Lance. Comes across for Foose. Foose gains the red line, rings it around the glass to the far boards. Mucha working on the far wall, looking down the wall for Talbot. Lovin's there as well. Mucha does get it to Talbot eventually, who throws it up top, and that missed Colby Enns. The Toros will have to retreat and retrieve. Enns from behind his own net leaves it for Nolan Sawchuk, as both Wilderness players went with Colby. Nolan starts up the middle. Now he comes to the near side, and Ryan Green. Green dumps that in. Toros will give chase around to the far side. Grant Lovin plays the body, wins a battle. Had it lost in his skates. Sawchuk found it. Now he'll just chip it down into the corner. Green has trouble. It's played to the far side. Daly looks to start the Wilderness up ice. Daly softly ahead. Just turn that over to the Toros. Lovin won a battle easily, and now looks to duck and dive around the defender and then dump it in. Our corner, Daly and Mucha. Mucha won the race to that puck. Now Lovin spins off the wall with it, drives the net, tries to stuff it, bouncing puck. Back to the point, McGinnis tries a shot. Save made by Seibel. Near side, Lucia touches out. Rosenbaum dumps it back in. Awkward Karam off a stanchion. But the Wilderness control. Near side, Lucia. Broken up by Pavel, but turned back over by the Toros. Rosenbaum puts Regula down hard and takes the puck away, and he'll start up the far side for the Toros for Belial. Belial couldn't clear the zone. Bodies flying everywhere, and Lund able to come out with the puck. Lund delays. Now he looks into the middle for Belial. Never found him. And it's played to the far side. Rosenbaum hacks at it. It's out to neutral ice. McGinnis had trouble. Rosie's there in support. And with 11:02 left to play here in period number 1, the Toros control. Lund chips cross corner. Pavel looks to bowling ball after it, but Goetz plays around to the near side. Lysagor keeps it moving. Kobina drops back down to Lysagor in the near side corner. Far side, the Wilderness start up ice. That pass broken up, and now Lund finds the handle. Lund forced to turn back to the Toro defense. Comes across the near side, and Foose rips across. That out of the reach of Koss and then hacked to the far wall, and the Wilderness find it. Moberg looks across. That was off the mark, and Foose has it instead. Foose across for Earn. Earn from the Toro blue line plays ahead. It was touched by Koss, so no icing. Leitsegor stepped into by Koss. Big collision. Puck freed up, but it comes back to Leitsegor. It comes over to the near side. Michael around Dahlimer. Plays ahead. Big collision behind the play, but Ward's on the attack. He leaves for Worth. Looks across. Troy was forced to turn to gather that pass. Now a shot that's blocked. Troy from the goal line on the far wall comes to the near corner. And Worth looking in front for a tip from Ward. He got it, but Grabko was better. Now it's ahead for O'Connell. O'Connell dumps it in. It'll bounce on net, and Seibel's forced to cover as Dahlimer is applying pressure with 9:47 left to go here in period number 1. And still, there is no score. Koopmans are checking in, as are the Sawchucks in Winnipeg, the Mock family. And the Lakefields have joined the party at the Van Hoves. The Lindemans are in as well, and it looks like some fans lamenting the video quality here in Cloquet. I'll be honest, I have not seen the video quality here. I don't have a monitor as I do at the Mesa, so I have no idea what the fans back in the Magic City are seeing. Draw will be in the offensive zone for the Toros. Loven, Mucha, and Green in front of Rosenbaum and McGinnis. Loven wins it back. McGinnis, quick shot, sticked over to the far wall by Seibel. Rosenbaum's tied up. Lucia finds it. Plays ahead. Takes forward. Leitsegor takes over. Loven blew a tire, but ends up a turnover. Mucha delays. He had Green going to the front, just couldn't pull the trigger on a pass. Green would have been all alone with Seibel. This is Leitsegor. Far corner, he just hoists one. You get nervous every time you see that here. Toros fans who've been following the team for a while may remember a few years back, the Wilderness just threw one up ice and it caught one of those banners that's hanging over center. It landed in the neutral zone. Everyone stopped on the ice because it should have been out of play, as there's a shot save made through traffic. Green finds on the far wall, moves back to the point. That was off the mark, and now it's a race the other way. Shot save made. Rebound does catch the glass and stay in play. Anyways, the puck hit that Jamie Langenbrunner banner. And it fell into the slot, but no one blew a whistle. Of the 10 skaters on the ice, 9 stopped skating, but one Wilderness forward decided to just throw it at the net since he didn't hear a whistle. Toros goaltender at the time didn't even attempt to stop it. It went in, and it counted as the game-winning goal. So anytime you see the puck pop up high in the air here, you get a little nervous. This is taken over by Talbot. Talbs feeds Rysonen. Rysonen gains the line on the far side, hits the brakes along the wall. Talbot gets buried off the puck. And now it's down into the corner. Talbs wins a battle, throws it in front. Pavel couldn't find it. Good idea by Talbs. Now Pavel digs one out of the skates. Loses a battle against a pair of Wilderness, and it's out to neutral ice. Foose across for Earn. Lincoln Earn comes back to Foose. Foose has trouble. He didn't know there was a stick behind him. He was backpedaling. Fortunately, he had time and space, and he's able to give it to Lincoln Earn. Toro start up ice. Earn just dumps one wide of the cage. Seibel laid that one. Far side, they come back across for Dow. Dow toss across, and the Wilderness do not gain the line. Apparently, Worth beat across the line by Dow. Dow shakes his head in disbelief. The Myers are checking in. The Kimballs in Michigan. Rosenbaum's as well. 80 degrees and a glass of wine out in sunny California. And meanwhile, it was snowing outside the arena here in northern Minnesota. This is Dow, dumped down low. Sawchuk keeps it moving for Belisle. Comes across for Enns. Enns dangles into the zone, tries a shot. That one shrugged off by Seibel up and out of play. I think it actually caught him in the mask as he takes it off to make sure he doesn't need repairs. Ern family watching from Italy. 2:05 a.m. game time. Well, now I'm not so jealous of the Rosenbaums. It's the Ern family who has my wanderlust going. This is up top. Enns could not hold the line. The whistle goes. That's offside. A palindrome on the clock. 6:56 left to play in period number 1. Still no score. I will say every time I see the California weather report, I wish I was back in my uncle's Japanese rock garden on the side of the mountain overlooking Monterey Bay. Those were some fun summers. This is Enns in his own zone. Flicks across the far side. Sawchuk lets it roll to Koss. Koss plays back to Saw. Saw to the near side and Enns. Enns leaves him behind. Nolan Sawchuk sets up behind the Toro net. They'll start the Toros up ice. From the near side, Sawchuk ahead. He was looking for Koss. He missed him, and that will go for icing. Sorry, I laughed. I just found candy bar in my pocket. Distracted for a moment. Draw to the right of Grabko. Long shot through traffic. That was blocked off by traffic. It lays free. And finally able to find it is O'Connell. He'll come across for Dahlimer. Dahlimer gains line on the near side. Drag move. He looked like he was going to get through, but eventually the defenseman recovered. Michael and Moberg play ahead to the far side. Nick Altman walks in, wires. That one goes high and wide. The rebound didn't get to Dahlimer. Rosenbaum's there, and he'll control for the Toros. Rosie gains the line on the near side, flips one into the glove. That's held for a whistle by Seibel. 5:55. Technically a palindrome on the clock. Here in period number 1, shots on goal 10-6 in favor of the Toros. But there's still no score. Flipped ahead on the near side. Glove down by McGinnis. Plays the far side. One-timer by Green. Goes high and wide. Near side. Loven walks off the wall with it. Uses body to protect and leaves for Miro. Miro looking to cut in. Across. Miro's tied up. Loven tries a shot. And now on the touch. Holding is called in the Toros. We'll go to the game's first power play. The Coonrod family checking in. These are Aaron and Michelle Bliven. Good to have the Toros honorary captain on board. So the Toros go to the power play. As I flip through my notes, I can tell you the Toros 14th on the power play, 18.8%. Wilderness 15th on the kill, 78.8%. Lund plays up top for Sawchuk, and he mishandles, and he can't quite hold the line. Foose dumps one in. Seibel has trouble with it behind the net. Wilderness trying to clear, but the Toros able to take it away. Played up top for Sawchuk. Delays. Now he comes up top, Foose, and the Toros will set it up. Foose leaves for Mucha. Miro tries a shot through traffic. Save made by Seibel. Foose chips down the wall in behind for Loven. Loven swings it back to the near side. It'll be cut off. And the Wilderness go the other way. This is Lindelof who gains the red line and then just dumps it in. And the Toros set it up. 1:13. For those asking on social media, A 2-pack of Reese's Cups, what I found in the coat. Not sure where they came from. I'm not complaining. This is Muha. Throws it in front. Save made by Seibel. Miro may have been trying to bank that off of the Wilderness goaltender. 4:25 left to go in period number 1. 47 seconds on the man advantage. Rosenbaum holds behind the Toro cage. And with 40 seconds left on the power play, he'll start up ice. Comes across the near side. Dahlimer mishandles. Poked down low by Regula. Rosenbaum cleans it up. Comes back for Dahlimer. Dahlimer up ice. Carries over the red. Dumps over the blue. It'll ring to the far side. Colbien's down low. Lets it roll for Talbot. Talbot looks up top for Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum with 17 seconds on the power play. Wires. Save made by Seibel. No rebound given. If you are the type of fan who likes to travel with the team, this trip one of the ones you should make. A fun old barn here. And the best concessions in the division outside of the Mesa Arena. Long shot, save made. Rebound to the far side. 5 seconds left on the power play. Up top for Enns. His stick explodes. And now Moberg trying to catch Enns without a stick. Good job by Rosenbaum to get back. Now a shot, save made. Altman on the rush. Just as the penalty expires, gives the Wilderness a 1-0 lead. J.R. Sweet checking in. Tuning in on Classic Hits AM 1390 KRRZ back in the Magic City. The Toros now trail 1-0 into the zone. Belisle shot save made. Seibel didn't know he didn't have it, but the Toros couldn't find the loose puck. That was in behind him. Pavel working to free that up on the near side. Lund is there as well. Lund holding. Puck kicks free. Worth has it. Plays off to the far side. Goetz in the middle for Dow. Dow shot save made. Rebound given to the far side. Poke down low. Pavel finds it. Pav. Trouble on the near side with Turskett. Lund finds it. Chips ahead. Belisle. Belisle with speed right around Daly. He was looking for Lund on the tip, but he didn't get it. Near side, Pavel looking to free that up. It's taken away. Pav may have gotten away with a hook. Enns kept it at the point for a moment, but Daly's on it. Daly into the zone on the far side, watched by Sawchuk. Saw takes him into the wall. Linked around, and it blocked off. Saw found it. Came ahead for Mucha. Miro missed Enns on the pass. Enns did well to keep that alive for Mucha. Mucha just got rocked. And how is there no penalty call? Or no whistle. Miro, there's blood on the ice. Spencer definitely got up high on Miro. Miro gets up on his own. There's a good amount of blood left on the ice, so we'll have a delay. I thought it was honestly a pretty good hit by Spencer. It's a kind of hit they don't really allow much anymore, though. Arena crew. Apparently not doing anything here. Nathan and the rest of the Ruel family checking in. They've got a delay as they apparently need to find something to scrape with. So, on that note, we'll take a look around the rest of the league. Northeastern Philly, they're even at aces with 6:23 to play in the second. Just underway in, well, that can't be right. It says 9:06 in the first, but it's 3-0 Wilkes-Barre. I can't imagine it's gone that poorly for New Jersey 54 seconds in. Not getting updates apparently from Janesville and Austin. The Magicians up 1-0 on Springfield. Well, that's 9:06. They've updated the period to the second now. That makes a lot more sense. Magicians 1-0 over Springfield mid-first. Cooley trailing Brookings late in period number 1. Late in the first in Corpus, it's Odessa and Corpus even at aces. Shreveport and Lone Star, they're scoreless mid-first. 8:18 to play in the first in Amarillo, where the Amarillo Bulls lead the Pico Roadrunners 1-0. Aberdeen and Bismarck are scoreless halfway through period number 1, and Kenai at Fairbanks are not yet underway. Take a look around some of the professional ranks. Not yet underway. Utah at Idaho Steelheads. Wonder if Willie will be in net there. Looking at the AHL board. See if any of the Toro alums are playing there. Tucson, a 3-2 lead on the Iowa Wild. San Antonio Rampage just got going a few minutes ago. Do we have an update from there? Not yet. So no lineups posted. Looking to see who's in net for Tucson. Aiden Hill and Hunter Miska is backing up. So Merrick Madsen still not getting action for Tucson. And we don't have lineups yet for Stockton and San Antonio to see if Scott Dornbrock has cracked the lineup yet. Blood is cleaned up and we will get back underway. Lovin to take the draw for the Toros. Austin Koss now taking Miroslav Muka's spot on this line. Miro still on the bench. That's a good sign. Not even being tended to by the trainer, so he's probably just about ready to go. Far side, played him behind. Near side, Michael touched ahead, taken away by Green. He leaves for Lovin. Lovin saw a hit coming from behind and was able to avoid it. Physicality certainly picking up here. 97 seconds left in period number 1 as this is ahead for Lovin. Lovin dumps it into the zone. Koss throws it in the middle blindly. And the Wilderness will go the other way. This is Worth. Worth poked nicely by McGinnis, and then Rosenbaum tried to jam it out to neutral ice. Poked back to the blue line. Lysador will sweep across for Goats. 68 seconds as Belisle takes that away. Fritz Belisle in. Shot save made. Rebound. Pavel was tied up. Couldn't spin it towards the cage. Lund on the far side. Walks out of the corner. Then tries to leave it for Pavel, but it's taken away by Worth. Lund played it with a high stick, and now Dow gathers it in. Dumps it in. And peels off to change. Final 48 seconds. Turskett tied up behind the net by McGinnis. Near side, Lucia back to Lysagor. Lysagor back down into the corner. Lindelof. Lindelof on his backhand guides it to the point. And Goats across for Lysagor. Lysagor shot tip niftily, but wide of the net. Lucia trying to come out from behind and able to shut it down. A quick whistle there. After Grabko made the initial save, it was caught up in his paraphernalia for maybe a moment or two. But certainly didn't have it, as evidenced by the fact that it fell out just as the whistle went. 25.3 left to go in period number 1. Darlene Sonchuk asking how Samu's doing and when he's coming back. Well, we'll ask Shane Wagner. I think we'll have Wags during the second intermission. I know Samu practiced this week, but that's about all I know. Hopefully, Wags can give us a little more detail. Loose puck, far circle. 5 seconds. Dahlimer swings it back to the point. Turnaround tries, blocked out front. And the whistle goes. The horn. That was weird. The horn went a good 3 seconds after the time expired, so the referee blew his whistle to end the period instead. But doesn't matter. Either way, 20 minutes are in the books, and the Toros trail 1-0 despite out shooting the Wilderness 16-9. We'll come back after a break and tell you all about it here on the Minotauros Network.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I love Firehouse Subs. Take their meatball sub, for example. It's loaded wall-to-wall with Italian meatballs and a zesty marinara with melted provolone on a toasted roll. And when I say take their meatball sub, I mean it. Grab a medium meatball sub combo to go right now, just $6. But don't forget, the reason Firehouse Subs is driven to make the best subs anywhere is simple. The more subs you enjoy, the more they're able to help save lives, because a portion of every purchase goes towards first responders in our communities.
The Firehouse Sub Meatball Sub Combo. Medium meatball sub, your choice of chips and a 22-ounce drink. Get it hot and ready in our to-go box, now just $6 for a limited time only. Order online now at firehousesubs.com. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit firehousesubs.com.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much, we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, so long heel pain, catch you later corns, hasta la vista hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena here in Cloquet, Minnesota. You've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report here on AM 1390 KRZ and HockeyTV.com. Joining me now, Toros Assistant General Manager, Head Scout Chris Lonke. Chris, welcome in.
Hey, Ken. How are you?
Not bad. We were just talking before we went on the air. Despite the score overall, a pretty good road first period. You outshot them 16-9, and the goal came on a broken stick play, really.
Yeah, I felt really good after about 5-6 minute mark. The last 10 to 14 minutes, I thought we were starting to get our legs and get the puck in their zone, get some pucks on net. Looks like there could be some rebounds to be had. Well, we gotta bring it for the next 40 for sure.
This last little hot streak, it ended last Saturday with the loss, but overall, 6 in a row for this group. A big key for that has been Nicholas Grabko, and he's a player that you, in your role as assistant general manager, found for the Toros. And just talk a little bit about the scouting process on him.
Well, I went down to Des Moines Labor Day week, and they had a little kickoff classic Tier 1, and he was one of the players that instantly jumped out at me along with his teammate Brian Adams, who we tendered earlier this year. So just started the relationship there. I liked what I saw there, kept tracking him, saw him in the playoffs in February. And then just, obviously it wasn't the plan maybe to get him up here this much. We had him up earlier to get a feel for him in Bismarck. But obviously he's came in here and he's been a big part of, in a way, saving our year right now.
Certainly has been in this win streak, as you mentioned. A month ago it looked like we were, one loss from being dead. That Wednesday game against the Bismarck Bobcats at home, if that goes the other way, who knows how the rest of the season goes. And since then we've just been on this unreal tear. But as much as we've been talking about the next few weeks, overall, your job is next year for the most part. Of course, you're on the bench tonight, but mostly your job is next year. Aside from Nick Grabko or Brian Adams, what events are you scouting for the Toros over the course of the season?
Well, over the course of the season, in the fall, there's the Tier 1 showcases, Fall Elite League here in Minnesota, where we get a track on, one of our main areas, which is Minnesota high school hockey players. And then during the year, I follow up with them, obviously coaching my own high school team. And then, you got the PHL events, and I think we got two of the better PHL players in the country, to be frank with you, with the Rocky Mountain kids. And then now comes the NIT, who I actually the tournament director, the spring stuff here, the Minnesota seniors, Minnesota juniors, where we saw Connor McGinnis was part of the Michigan seniors. That's coming to town here in Plymouth, Minnesota in the next few weeks. So it's kind of basically your own process.
We get the win tonight or Bismarck loses, we clinch a playoff spot for the 6th year in a row. And that will be the longest run of making the playoffs in the Central Division. No one else has done it for more than 3 years in a row. The sustained success this program has a lot to do with you and the scouting staff. How much pride do you guys take in that?
Well, we take a lot of pride in it. We try to do it right. Find the right kids, the right character on and off the ice. So obviously I didn't know that stat, so that's new to me, which, that should make us feel good about what we're doing. But it's creating relationships in the hockey community, and I think because of that, the message is Minot's a really good place. Each year we have more and more families, advisors, players personally reach out and they want to be part of Minot because we feel like we got a real good product, really good coaching staff, obviously led by Coach Murray. There's been consistency in that.
Aside from the players we're bringing in the future, we've started to have guys now sign professional contracts. Scott Dornbrock, Merrick Madsen, and Brandon Wildung just in the last week have all gone pro. How much as a scout, after you get the players to Minot, how much do you follow their progress, not just as Toros, but as they move on to college and pro?
I think we followed a lot. You end up getting texts. It could be a group text with Marty and us, or my brother Corey, obviously, with the goaltenders. He follows them. He stays in touch, and he texted me a funny and said just to think they were on both on the same team, and they signed a couple days apart of each other in Wildung and Madsen. So, we definitely follow it because it's important for us, and you do that too, is we want to put that out there over and over again as a part of our tradition, right? That social media presence and stuff like that.
All right. Well, thanks for coming up and talking a little bit about the scouting process. I know for our fans, it's not like the NHL where guys who are coming, they're drafted and stuff like that. It seems like every year new faces come to town, and our fans might not know where they come from. And now every time you jump on with us, you get to shed a little bit of light on that. So thank you.
You bet. We like to promote them for sure.
Well, we'll take a commercial break here on the Toros Network. When we come back, we'll take a look at all the math here on the Minotauros Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Huntington, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Whoa, what was that? That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena here in Cloquet, Minnesota. Toros trail the Minnesota Wilderness by a score of 1-0 despite outshooting them 16-9 through the first 20 minutes of play. As Chris Lonke said, you got to be happy with the way the Toros play, and if they keep that up over the final 40, the score should take care of itself. Take a look at this one. Recap the scoring for you. Just one goal to speak of. It came after Colby Enns broke his stick in the offensive zone just as a power play was expiring. It resulted in a rush the other way. Nick Altman from Isaac Moberg. Altman his 12th of the year. Moberg his 9th helper. It came at 16:31. It's the game's only goal thus far. Looking around the rest of the North American Hockey League, in the second period, Philadelphia 2-1 over the Northeast Generals. Early second. Wow, 6-1. So just since that stoppage late in the first, an offensive explosion for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights. 6-1 now on the New Jersey Titans. Austin and Janesville are scoreless at the start of the second. The Magicians 1-0 over the Blues. That one with 7:57 left to play in the first. Late in the first in Brookings, it's the Blizzard 2, the Cooley Region Chill 0. Odessa and Corpus are aces with 4:41 to play in the first. Lone Star and Shreveport are scoreless. Amarillo 2-0 on Topeka. Late in the first in Bismarck, it is now 2-0 Aberdeen. Burke, he has both. Burke with 11:47 gone, and then 17 minutes exactly in the first has given the Aberdeen Wings a 2-0 lead on Bismarck. So the score here looking like it may become irrelevant anyways. The Kenai River Brown Bears and the Fairbanks Ice Dogs not yet underway out on the last frontier. We won't run you through the ECHL scoreboard now that we know that until we see if Brandon Wildung is playing for Utah. In the AHL, Toros alums are not playing either. So we'll skip right ahead to the NHL scoreboard. Maple Leafs and Islanders 3-3 through 2. About to hit the second break. Lightning lead the Rangers 2-1. Hurricanes 2-1 over the Capitals. Blackhawks at Avalanche. That's not yet underway. Nor are Kings and Ducks and Blues at Golden Knights. Before this one, had a chance to sit down and talk with a couple of Toros assistant captains. First, we'll listen to Nolan Sawchuk tell you about the Toros win streak and his goals for the rest of the season.
Here with Toro defenseman Nolan Sawchuk. Nolan, about a month ago it looked like we were all but dead, and then you guys got on this big win streak. What was the big difference?
I think it was just coming to the rink every day, trusting the process, making sure we're just having fun with it. I think for a while there, kind of lost the fun of playing the game, that we love. And so I think coming back and just making sure we're having fun every time we come to the rink, and I think that's when our attitude changed, and we started just going out there and letting it go. And I think it's just been good. I guess.
You mentioned having fun. It's easy to have fun when you have some of those dramatic wins like we had at home during that win streak. Al scoring a game winner with less than 5 seconds left. Talbot with a big OT winner after you guys tied it with about a minute and a half left in regulation. That has to give you guys confidence heading into the playoffs here that it doesn't matter how much time is on the clock, you guys are still in it.
Absolutely. I mean, those games were electric, especially being in front of our home crowd. It helped a lot. But, we'd rather not have to chase the whole game. We'd rather play with the lead. But it for sure gave us a little confidence when we're down. We know that to just not give up and just to keep pushing, our systems will take care of itself.
Tonight a win clinches a playoff spot or a Bismarck loss. Is it important to you guys to get the win tonight so that you clinch yourselves as opposed to maybe backing in with Bismarck losing?
Oh, absolutely. We don't want to rely on anybody else. We want to just get the win tonight and feel good about ourselves heading into the last 3 games of the year and into playoffs for sure.
Aside from that, 2 years of Toro, it has to feel good that you guys can eliminate the Bobcats tonight.
Absolutely, especially I've heard the huge rivalries, coming into the last year, and to make the playoffs and to have Bismarck have a couple down years and not make the playoffs is definitely interesting. So, but for sure too, that'd be huge.
For you personally, this season you've got your Division I commitment, you have great numbers. Is there anything left to accomplish personally, or at this point, is it just about the team and winning a Robbie?
It's definitely just about the team. I mean, my personally, the last 2 years have been fantastic, but I think just being here and being in a winning culture has helped dramatically, and I think that's just been the goal the past 2 years in general, is just to make sure the team's success is on the ice, and with that will come a lot more looks for all the other guys and myself. So definitely just the team first here.
All right, I'll let you go finish getting ready. Thanks for taking a minute to talk.
All right, thank you, Ken.
Once again, that's Toro's assistant captain Nolan Sawchuk. Saw committed to University of Massachusetts Lowell. He'll join former Toro, who's playing in the USHL this year, Reed Stephenson, there next year as freshman. For Nolan, I've said it I don't know how many times. He's been one of my favorite Toros to come through the program. We've had bigger defensemen, faster defensemen, stronger defensemen, but I don't know that we've had a smarter defenseman come through the Toros program. And that'll carry him, I think, well past a college career. Perhaps he'll be another one of those Toros we talk about going pro in a few years. But that'll do it for the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report here on AM 1390 KRRZ and HockeyTV.com. Toros trail 1-0. We'll be back with period number 2 on the Minotauros Network after these messages.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri. I love Firehouse Subs because you can feed your whole crew and help your community thanks to Firehouse Subs Catering. If you're planning a tailgate, an office holiday party, or anything in between, Firehouse Subs has crowd-pleasing platters starting at just $5 per person. They'll even deliver to you. And of course, you'll be helping your community because a portion of every purchase at Firehouse Subs goes towards helping first responders in our communities. The more subs folks enjoy, the more Firehouse Subs is able to help save lives.
Firehouse Subs Catering. Choose from sub, salad, or dessert platters for your next group gathering. Platters start at just $5 a person. Visit FirehouseSubs.com to find a location near you. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit FirehouseSubs.com.
You're gonna love buying from Ryan.
Hi, this is Carson Wentz. While we have a couple seconds, I'd like to tell you why I'm a fan of Ryan Family Dealerships. They know the only way to win someone's respect, to earn their business, is by meeting and exceeding their expectations. That's why I buy my vehicles here. Whether it's sales, parts, or service, you can be sure they'll go the extra mile for you. Take it from me, you're going to love buying from Ryan.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena in Cloquet, Minnesota, as we get ready to start period number 2 between the Toros and the Wilderness. Toros out shooting the Wilderness 16-9 through the first 20 minutes, but the Wilderness had the period's only goal. It was Altman's 12th of the season. That is the difference right now. Puck is dropped and we are underway. Toros now working from right to left on your radio dial or computer monitor, depending on how you are tuned in to the Minotauros network. Foos' shot is blocked from the point. Lovin pokes at it. Good to see Miroslav Mucha back on his line. Puck to the near side. Goats chips it down low. Foos plays the body. Mucha steps in. Foos shuffles it ahead. No, it's taken away. Lincoln Earn is there to steal the pass, and the Toros will come across the near side. Lovin has space as he gains the line. Lovin drops for Mucha. Miro looking for a tip. He didn't get one from Green. Sawchuk pinched down, and he got beat. Lindelof the other way. 2-on-1. He's got Worth with him. Lindelof in looking for a pass. Save made by Grabko as he goes side to side. Pass ahead. Pavel dumps it in. It comes to the side of the net. Seibel stops for Troy. Troy leaves the near side. Mishandled in front. Lund almost able to take it away. Sawchuk harasses Worth, freed up for Lund in front. He couldn't pull the trigger. Pavel spins back for Belisle. Belisle on his backhand. Now he throws it ahead. It's taken away and kicked back out to neutral ice. 18:45 left to go in period number 2 as Belisle gains the line, looks into the middle. Pavel's tied up, and it's taken away. Chip to the far side, bouncing puck. Lund frees it up. Colby ends, pokes it down the wall. Tursket's there, plays the far side, taken away by Lund. Lund into the corner, walled off by Troy. Pavel finds it. Pav looking to bank back to the point. No, instead of turn back towards the net. It's eventually taken away. Lucia has it. His pass up ice is off the mark, and McGinnis finds it. And he'll circle back. McGinnis up the near side has trouble with the referee. That allows the Wilderness to take over. D-to-D in their own zone. Then they come ahead for Watkins. Watkins carries over the red and the blue. Looks to center. It's broken up. McGinnis hacks ahead. Not out. Spencer had his shot blocked. No, it did end up on net. A rocket got to the goaltender before I even saw it. 17:55 left to go here in period number 2. Toros trail 1-0. Bowers and Pickards checking in. as well as the Meckleys with some injured Toros, Kangas, Adams, and Lonkala. This is Koss dumping it in along the near side. Down low, O'Connell chases after. It's taken away and behind by Dollimer, trying to bake it to the front, and Koss never got there. Koss chases it down in the corner. He's pinned to the wall there by Daly. They continue to dig 2x2. Eventually it squirts free. Dollimer to the hash marks. Plays up top. McGinnis walks in the middle, tries a shot, save made, rebound. Unable to pull the trigger really was Rosenbaum. He was getting hooked. Hooked to the referee, raised his glove. As this is ahead. This is Dollimer. Kept it. Shot that goes wide. Rebound comes out the far side, but the Wilderness are on it first. Ahead for Watkins on the near side. Watkins up ice for Regula. Regula gains the blue. Tries a shot that's gloved and dropped down by Grabko. And Rosenbaum tried to fling that around the glass, but it caught the netting for a whistle. Netting here in the Northwood Credit Union Arena is angled back out over the ice to account for the mezzanines that are pretty much right at the glass. Doesn't help that there's short glass all the way around as well. This one dumped in. Reisinen finds it first. Reisinen works a cycle. Lance keeps it moving as well. Talbot wins a battle. Comes out of the corner with it. Now he'll leave for Reisinen. Reisinen spins down low for Lance. Taylor Lance has it taken away by Lysigor, but Talbot takes it right back. Tip play. Lance can't pull the trigger. Reisinen's tied up, and the puck ends up in behind the net. Talbot takes it away. Plays up top to Lincoln Earn. Earn's shot is blocked. Follow-up try. Save made. Rebound. Talbot tries to throw it on net, but it's blocked off into the corner. Shots now 19-12 in favor of the Toros. They've yet to solve Seibel. Dumped in cross corner. Back on it is Foose. Foose drops back in behind for Lincoln Earn. Earn ahead for Mucha. Miro on the attack on the near side. Looking into the middle for Loven. Tries to go back to Miro. Turnaround try for Green. He missed the net. Green was being bodied as he tried to spin and pull the trigger. Touched ahead. This won't go far enough for icing, so Enns will have to play. Enns out from behind his own net. Speeds away. The man chasing him falls down. Colby tries to split the D, but it's taken away and played to the near side. Worth mishandles. Colby Enns has it. Tries a shot. That goes up and over. Rebound comes back to the side of the net. Seibel alertly closed it off. Sawchuk leaves for Mucha. Miro back to Sawchuk. Sawchuk tries a shot through traffic. That one's gobbled up by Seibel. Seemed to sting him a little bit, as he remains doubled over. Finally shows signs of life and hands the puck to the official. Shots on goal now 20-12, 15-19 to play here in period number 2. Draw to the right of Seibel. Wilderness control. Daly. Far side, poked at by Pavel, but he couldn't control it. Spencer in behind the net. Moves it around to the near side. Throwing across to the far, and the Wilderness gain the line. Truscott's driving. He tipped it up and out of play. .900 seconds left to go in period number 2. Toros trail by 1. Sam Smith checking in. Draw to the right of Nicholas Grabko, Pavel, and Regula to take it. Draw eventually controlled by the Wilderness. Regula. 6 seconds that draw just laid there. Daly in the neutral zone now. Banks it back ahead towards the Toros end. Pavel's on it. Pavel knocked down, and that allows the Wilderness to take over. Thrown on net. Save made by Grabko. Rebound to the side of the cage. They look in the middle for Regula, trying to dangle through. He gets dumped down in the Toros. Belisle starts up ice. Belisle gains the red line. Dumps one on net. Seibel mishandles. Tipped on net. Still loose, and finally able to cover was Seibel. as pressure came from Belial. Not often you see a goaltender make a save with his back facing out. That is what the former Toro netminder did. Shots on goal now 22-12. And it's 6-3 this period. O'Connell down the wall. Moberg to the far side. That one's tipped up and out of play for a whistle. Draw in front of the Toro bench. 14-17 to play here in the middle stanza. O'Connell line out. He'll take the draw against Edward Lindelow. Lindelow wins it back cleanly. Near side, Troy just lost his stick. Went ahead. Deep into the Toro zone. Earn rings it around to the far side. Trouble has trouble. And now the race is on, but Troy gets there before Dahlimer can. Foose looking to attack. Gains the line, not much farther. And now it's poked out. And Worth is in behind the Toro defense. Shot fought off by Grabko. And apparently that caught the mesh above the glass. Toro's defenseman caught in a bad change. Results in a golden opportunity for the Wilderness, but Grabko is up to the task. Draw to the right of Grabko. Goats with a shot that's blocked out front by Lance. Ward spins around to the far side. Stepping in and taking it away is Enns, but it's taken right back. Down low for Ward. Keeps it moving. Enns races over, as does Lucia. Lucia looks up top, but the pass took the defenseman out to neutral ice. Goats on the near side, erased by Reisanen. The puck is deep into the Toro zone. Ahead for Reisanen. Looks to leave to the near side. Enns has trouble, but Sawchuk finds it and banks one out. It's kicked back towards Toro's ice. Colby Enns has it in front of his own cage. He sauces one over to Reisanen. Reisanen up the middle for Lance. Lance flicks to the far side and Talbot. Shot goes wide. Rebound to the near side. Reisanen hacks it in behind. It was waist high for Talbot. He couldn't chop it out of midair. And behind the net, Goats touches ahead up the near side. Regula through Lovin's legs for Watkins. Poked away from him, and Green takes over and drops it back for Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum will start the Toros up ice. 12:38 as this is dumped in by Rosenbaum. Rosie finds it. Plays to the near side, and Mucha. Miro in the corner. Leaves for Green. Green's tied up. Miro looking to spin back to the front. It never got there. Green out from behind, tries to stuff. It's taken away. And eventually gathered in on the far side. Rosenbaum with a good pinch keeps that. Mucha working against Altman. The puck does leave the zone. Moberg on the near side. Chips around McGinnis, and the Toros will have to chase back on it. It's left in the near corner. That hopped on Lovin. That allows the Wilderness to gather, but Muha has it on the near side. Fights through a stick check and starts up ice. Muha flips one into the corner. Toros are mid-change. Green stays on to prevent the stretch pass from catching the Toros in that change. Nice alert play by one of the Toros' younger forwards. This is ahead for Worth. Worth drops back. Spencer plays off to the far side. Dow spins it in. Stopped by Grabko. Left for Earn. Earn tries the far side. Lund is tied up. But Earn's there in support and takes it away and plays ahead for Belial. Toros 3-on-3 as they hit the line. Belial forced to turn. Finds space. Now he'll look to work it down the wall. It hits the referee in the skates. Belial wins it back and looks to spin it deep. He gets hit hard. Pavel's there to take it away. Pav fights through a check. Getting worked over. Now Pavel will carry down low, looking from a tough angle. Save made, I should say, by Seibel. To the far side, Pavel lost the handle and it's ahead. Carried up ice by Lucia. Dumps it in. They'll say no icing. Long stretch pass. Pavel touches it into the zone. Seibel out of his net, leaves for Goats. Goats watched by Lund, but he plays ahead. Regula up the middle. Kobina was taken down by O'Connell in the Toros' control. Sawchuk spins away from pressure and then banks ahead for Dahlimer. Dahlimer comes across for Enns. Enns touches it into the zone. Looks to carry deep. Enns around behind. Uses his free arm to protect, then leaves for Dahlimer. Dahlimer looking to come out front. That's blocked off. And now chopped out to neutral ice. McGinnis wanted to dump it in. Mishandled, but now will just carry into the zone. Regula takes it away from him. Bouncing puck found by O'Connell. O'Connell into the middle. Dahlimer. Dahlimer delays. Now he tries a shot that's gloved and held by Seibel. With 9:56 left to play in period number 2. Shots on goal should now be 23-12 as Seibel just made a save. They haven't put it up on the shot clock yet. So right now 22-12, but the Toros trail 1-0. More fans checking in. Miranda Schuler checking in. While we've got this break here, it's a good time to remind you that the Minotauros Booster Club, Minotauros Annual Team Awards Banquet and Silent Auction is this Wednesday at the Grand Hotel. Tickets are available through the Minotauro Booster Club Facebook page. Tickets include a dinner, a seat through the awards ceremony, a chance to bid on silent auction items, including some really cool, unique Toros items, as well as autographed memorabilia from the Minnesota Twins, the Vikings, and the Minnesota Wild, as well as other items from local Minot businesses. Should be a fun night. I'm looking forward to it. Find out who wins some of those Toros awards like MVP, hardest worker, unsung hero, best defenseman. Get a chance to meet the players. There will be players seated at every table, so if you come, you'll get to eat dinner with some of the Toros as well. So get your tickets. Go to the Minotauros Booster Club Facebook page to find the link to buy those tickets. This is McGinnis rigging it deep. Seibel out of his net, can't stop it. Dahlimer finds it, throws it in the middle. O'Connell couldn't kick to the stick, and Koss couldn't corral it in the slot, and now it's going the other way. Good stick by Connor McGinnis, and O'Connell's back on the attack. O'Connell, shot that goes wide, rebound to the far side. Rosenbaum. Rosie hacks it down low. Dahlimer tied up. This is Koss taking over. He's bumped off the puck. O'Connell can't dangle through. The Wilderness take over. Chipped ahead, Moberg. Moberg will just dump it deep. Grabko out of his net will stop this. 9:14 to play as Koss touches that into the zone. It ends up on net. So icing wouldn't have mattered anyways, because I'm not sure Koss actually got a piece of that. Either way, Talbot's pressure forces Seibel to cover, and with a palindrome on the clock, 9:09 to play here in period number 2. Toros trail 1-0 despite outshooting the Wilderness by 11. Draw one back by Lance. Earn finds it. Shot blocked off by traffic, goes to the far wall. Banked ahead and out to neutral ice where Talbot takes over. Looks to leave for Foose. It's broken up and now Talbot flicks ahead. That apparently was onside. Dumped deep in the Toro zone. Earn keeps it moving for Reisenen. Reisenen turns on the near side. Toss across, finds Foose. Foose was all kinds, Lance was all kinds of offside. He was a good 5 strides into the zone. 8:45 left to go in period number 2. Toros still trail. Draw in front of the Toro bench. One back by the Toros. Earn dumps one in. Far corner treble. And hops on Foose. The Toros control in neutral ice. This is Mucha. Miro carries in, leaves off far side. Green poked away from him, and now the Wilderness look to go the other way. Treble leaves for Lucia. Lucia's shot goes wide. Rebound carries around to the near side. Troy down the wall. The far side, Lucia tries to throw in front. It never got there. Regula harassed by Sawchuk. Dumps it down low. Earn finds it. Earn had it, lost the handle. It came to the front. Hacked at it. Ends up in the corner. Wilderness credited with a shot on that. That's a little bit generous. Treble. Delays. Shot. That's blocked off by traffic. That never got through, and they were given a shot on that as well. A little home cooking. As this is thrown in front. Shot. That goes up and over. Why not give him a shot on that as well? Big hit on the far side. Upends Green. The puck is out to neutral ice. They did not give them a shot on the one that missed badly. Far side, Pav spins, but he lost the handle. Chop to the near side. It's Nick Altman. Altman looks to center. Michael tips it high and wide. Thrown out to neutral ice. It won't go far enough for icing. Belisle pressuring Lysagor. Pavel finds it. Pavel walks in. Can't pull the trigger as he tried to slice through. Lund up top. Flipped down into the corner. They may have been looking for a tip from Pavel. Didn't get it. Altman plays up the middle. Moberg poked at the blue line. This is Lund. He brings it deep. Dow on the far side spins it out. McGinnis intercepts that. Connor McGinnis rings it deep. Pavel gives chase to the far side. Finds it. Kicks down the wall for Belisle. Back to Pavel. Pavel lost a battle, and the puck's ahead. Good stick by Rosenbaum at the red line. Now he's tied up. That apparently was offside for a whistle. Palindrome on the clock. 6:26 to play here in period number 2. Toros trail the Wilderness. 1-0. This is Daly. Cross corner. Back on it is Foose. Foo moves it to Dahlemer. Quickly ahead for O'Connell. O'Connell comes across for Koss. Pass was too long for Koss. He finds it anyways, then lost the handle below the goal line. Dahlemer works hard to take it away. Dolly falls down, however, and Turskett tries to go back on the attack. Instead, he'll dump it in, and the Toros will retreat and retrieve. Near side. Foose holds. Comes across for Earn. Earn to the far side. Koss touches it into the zone. Apparently that caught someone on the Toro bench, I guess. 5:44 left to go in period number 2. Shots on goal, 23-14 in favor of the Toros, but the Wilderness lead by 1. Lance and Regula on the draw at center. Apparently a bad drop. Lance and Regula on the draw again. Regula wins this one back cleanly. Troy fires one up. That's tipped up and out of play. Good grab by a fan right behind the Toro bench. Do the baseball rules still apply here? Does he have to give that one to a kid? No, if you catch a foul ball at a baseball game, you got to turn that over. And you can't shake the hand. You can't make it look like it hurt. This is ahead. Kobina. Kobina carries around Sawchuk, forced wide and in behind. Kobina looks to center. That missed everyone. Troy activates from the point, throws one in behind the cage. That's poked free by Colby Enns, and Talbot holds. Now he'll just bank ahead. He was looking for Lance. Instead, it'll be Treble, but he's collapsed on by a pair of Toros. Good stick by Enns. Frees that up. It's dumped down, and Talbot will give chase. Troy from the near side plays ahead for Altman. Altman carries up ice. Miro tries to free that up, but Altman able to dump it in first. Rosenbaum looks to leave it, but it's taken away by the Wilderness. Played back to the far point. Swept across to the near and Goats. Goats shot blocked out front. Backhand try. That didn't get through. It hit a leg. Maybe it did. They were given a shot. This is Loven. Loven drops for Muha. Muha shot. Save made. Rebound given to Muha in the corner. Miro. Left for Loven. Loven turns back. Delays. Looking for Miro. Couldn't corral it. Green on the far side. They dig along the wall. Hammered around to the near side. McGinnis scurries. He'll keep it and just throw it back deep. Green tried to touch it to the front. McGinnis steps up. Miro can't settle down the bouncing puck, and now able to corral it with Seibel. 240 seconds remain. In period number 2. Toros still trail 1-0. Seibel perfect through the first 24 tries for the Toros. Touched back, long shot. That's blocked off by traffic. It was Foose trying to get that to the front. Belisle trying to walk out of the corner and stuff it. It ends up in behind where Lund finds it. Keenan Lund working through a hook. This one shoveled down the wall by Earn. It ends up and out of play for a whistle. Palindrome on the clock. 3:43 to play in period number 2. Toros trail by 1. Pavel and Regula on the draw. Kicked forward. Pavel had his stick lifted before he could corral that. And the Wilderness control. Dumped in wide of Grabko. He couldn't stop it. Earn finds it, hammers around to the far side, and Keenan Lund. Lund looking for Belisle. Finds it right on his tape. Belisle chips into the middle. It never got to Pavel. Poked at by Lund. Looking to center. Bouncing puck at the side of the net. Lund able to corral. Lund working free in the corner on his backhand. Keenan Lund hacked at, and now it's poked away from him. Near side, Earn skies to keep it. Banks it down deep into the corner. Treble chased by Pavel, but he plays along to Watkins on the near side half wall. Watkins digging against Pavel, Belisle, and Troy. Pavel gets help from Lund, but it's poked away from Lund. Belisle finds it, chips it deep into the corner for Treble. Pavel steps into him, frees it up for Lund. Lund trying to work to the front, bouncing puck and able to glove it out of midair. Was Seibel. 2:34 showing on the game clock. Toros still looking for their first of the evening. O'Connell line out in front of Sawchuk and Enns. Enns mishandles after the Toros win the draw, and the Toros will have to regroup in neutral ice. That dump in almost took the linesman's head off. Meanwhile, Dahlimer wins it on the far wall, looks to work it down low. Goetz plays it around to the near side, mishandled, poked at by Sawchuk. Goetz harassed by Koss, comes to the near side. Worth plays into the middle. Enns steps up, keeps that alive, throws one on net. Tip goes wide by Koss. In behind. Left for Koss. Koss moves it to Dahlimer. Dahlimer trying to come out from behind the net, throws it in front. Koss couldn't redirect it towards the cage. Dow looks to go the other way. He chips it in. Enns banks ahead on the near side. Goetz tries a shot save made by Grabko, who's then crashed into. And Dahlimer did not like that. Nor should he. .150 to go here in the period. No penalties come of that. Defensive zone draw with 1:50 to go in the period. Shots on goal, 27-16. Another bad drop. They'll toss Truscott out of the draw, so Ward will step in to take it against Loven instead. Lovin wins it sideways, but Lucia steps in and takes it away. Later on to the near corner. Collision there. Puck squirts free, and McGinnis finds it. Connor McGinnis looks to skate it out of trouble. He does, and now starts the Toros up ice. Green touches that into the zone. Seibel stops it at the side of the net and leaves for a teammate. Big hit by Connor McGinnis. Mucha leaves for Lovin. Lovin cranks one up. That's blocked into the corner. Mucha finds it. Miro delays. Looking for a tip from Lovin. Doesn't get it. Good play. Poor execution. McGinnis flutters one on net. Green hacks at it. Side of the net. It goes wide. Now a delay call. Green's going to go for a trip. And the Toros will be shorthanded for the first time this evening. Ryan Green to the box. On the power play, the Wilderness 11th, 20.5%. Toros on the kill are 12th, 79.5%. Percentages line up perfectly. 1:03 left in the period, 2 minutes on the power play for the Wilderness. Draw to the right of Grabko. This, you figure, is a big kill for the Toros. You'd rather be down 1 than 2 as the third period begins. Up top, Goats. Shot save made by Grabko. No rebound given. 46.7 left to go. In period number 2. Pavel, Belisle, Earn, and Foose. The quartet out for the Toros. Draw into the corner. Wilderness find it. 40 seconds left. Goats plays off far side. Touch back up top. Goats. Left off to the far side. Dow's going to have to find it. Plays down the wall into the corner. Lindelof hacks it ahead. Bouncing puck. Dow can't corral. Finally he does, and he works it down to the half wall. Touched up top. Goats. Long shot through traffic. Blocked off. Puck lays free. Earn does well to muscle up Lindelof and deny him that opportunity. Now Belisle looking to skate it out of trouble. Plays ahead. It didn't get deep. But just 12 seconds left on the period as it's head for Lucia. He mishandles. He'll just ring it deep. 6 seconds as it's in behind. Far side. Wilderness control. Final 2 seconds. They're not going to get a shot on net. As poor clock awareness there costs the Wilderness. We'll head into the Gooseneck Implement intermission report for the second intermission the same way we were through one, with the Wilderness leading the Toros 1-0. We'll come back and tell you all about it here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi Toros fans, I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up.
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Taurus forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I love Firehouse Subs. Take their meatball sub, for example. It's loaded wall-to-wall with Italian meatballs and a zesty marinara with melted provolone on a toasted roll. And when I say take their meatball sub, I mean it. Grab a medium meatball sub combo to go right now, just $6. But don't forget, the reason Firehouse Subs is driven to make the best subs anywhere is simple. The more subs you enjoy, the more they're able to help save lives because a portion of every purchase goes towards first responders in our communities.
The Firehouse Sub Meatball Sub Combo. Medium meatball sub, your choice of chips, and a 22-ounce drink. Get it hot and ready in our to-go box. Now just $6 for a limited time only. Order online now at firehousesubs.com. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit firehousesubs.com.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena. We're in the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report for intermission number 2. Toros out shooting the Wilderness 29-17, but trail by a score of 1-0. As Jacob Seibel has stopped just about everything. Well, he has stopped everything he's seen from the Toros thus far this evening. Recap the scoring for you. Only one goal to speak of. It came off the stick of Nick Altman. It was Isaac Moberg with the assist. It came just as the Toros' power play was expiring. Colby Enns was set up to take a one-timer from the point. His stick exploded. Resulted in a turnover that went the other way. He tried to get back and defend, but just not a lot he could do without a stick. So that's how the only goal of the game was scored thus far. Joining me now, Toros assistant coach Shane Wagner. And Wags, with the exception of the score, if you look at all the stats, you got to be happy with the way this game's going.
Yeah, definitely. We kind of had a slow start, basically the first rotation. But then we kind of got to work, and the guys are playing where they've been playing. Just got to kind of capitalize on those few tight areas a little bit more. But yeah, they're definitely playing the way we expect them to.
It seems like there's been a lot of chaos in front of Seibel, and he's made some pretty unorthodox stops that just haven't been able to get the bounce to go the way you need it. Are there really any adjustments you guys need to make on the bench, or just keep doing what we're doing?
I think we got to start. Our forwards got to use our points a little bit more. Maybe start shooting for some rebounds, and just make sure we have a high guy that's collapsing down low and finding those a little bit easier. But other than that, we just got to keep going. And what we're doing is working. It's just now we just got to find the back of the net.
Tonight with a win, we can clinch our playoff spot, or a Bismarck loss. Bismarck is losing right now, but our game should end before theirs. How important to you guys is it to win tonight and earn the playoff spot as opposed to backing in? Not that you don't still earn it. It just feels better when you win the night you clinch.
Yeah, definitely. we'd rather take as many points as we can here in the next 2 weeks and see how the chips fall. Even though we're battling the clinch a spot, we can still battle for positional rankings, and that's going to be huge coming down.
I talked to Marty a little bit before the game about the confidence these last few weeks have to have given the guys. A sweep of Austin, a sweep of these Wilderness, and a split with Aberdeen. Those are the other 3 playoff teams in the division. You guys have to at least feel like you can play with anyone in this division.
Yeah, definitely. And I think not only that we feel we can play with the teams, I think our lines feel they can play with any line that we match them up against, and that's kind of been huge. The D are not scared to play whatever line that they get put out against.
The Grabco kid's been a hero coming in this last, month, coming in and playing every game, but it's my understanding that Samu was back to practice this week. I've already had fans asking on social media, when can we expect to see our number 1 goaltender back, and how did he look this week in practice?
I don't know if he'll be ready for our final weekend, to be honest with you. He did get back into practice and just solid, kind of like Samu was, right, coming into his illness. He has a presence behind us, and he holds on to pucks. That's kind of the thing we want. Stop the first one and keep him from getting loose, and he's been really good. And, he's back to his composed self.
All right, well, we'll let you go get ready for period number 3. Thanks for taking a minute and coming up to talk.
Thanks, Ken.
Once again, that's Toros assistant coach Shane Wagner. Toros trail in this one by a score of 1-0. We'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll run you through the out-of-town scoreboard. Also, we'll hear from Michael Talbot and more here on the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much, we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, so long heel pain, catch you later corns, hasta la vista hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena. Toros trail 1-0. You've got the Minotauros Network and the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. Shots on goal are 29-17 in favor of the Toros, but Jacob Seibel stopped all 29 that he's seen. Nick Grabko, 16 of 17. Certainly not a poor performance by the Toros emergency goaltender. Just needs a little bit of help from the offense. Looking at the out-of-town board, just gone final. Philadelphia 6-2 over the Northeast Generals. Wilkes-Barre 7-1 over the New Jersey Titans. Austin and Janesville are deuces as they get ready to start the third. Magicians and Blues, they're aces at the same point. Second intermission in Brookings, where the Chill and the Blizzard are deuces. 5-2 the score. Corpus over Odessa with 20 minutes to play. End of 2 in Shreveport. The Lone Star Brahmas and the Mudbugs are scoreless. That game, if Shreveport wins, they'll win the South. Lone Star trying to close the gap. Amarillo up 4-0 on Topeka through 2. Late in the second in Bismarck, it's Aberdeen 4. The Bobcats 2. Not yet underway. Kenai at Fairbanks. Looking at the ECHL board, it looks like Brandon Wildung is backing up in Utah for the Grizzlies. So no Toros alum playing for their pro teams tonight. In the NHL, it's the Maple Leafs 5, the Islanders 4. That's a final. Late in the third, Lightning 5-2 over the Rangers. Hurricanes 4-1 on the Caps. That's a final as well. Through 1, the Avalanche 1-0 on the Blackhawks. Kings and Ducks, Blues and Knights. You know, that Avalanche Blackhawks game, interesting note for Toro fans, or more importantly, Bismarck Bobcat haters. In net for the Blackhawks tonight, Colin Delia. That name probably not super familiar for Toro fans, but he was a goaltender for the Amarillo Bulls during the 2013 season. He was their backup goaltender, in fact. And during the Robertson Cup final round robin portion, he was in net when the Amarillo Bulls took on the Wenatchee Wild. He got lit up on purpose, including making a glove save and then throwing the puck into his own net. That might seem like an odd move. That's because you don't think you'd typically want to lose during a finals game, but in this case, doing so created a three-way tie in the round robin between the Amarillo Bulls, the Wenatchee Wild, and the Bismarck Bobcats. By giving the Wenatchee Wild the tiebreak on goal differential, the Wild automatically qualified for the championship game, and that left it down to a tiebreak between the Bismarck Bobcats and the Amarillo Bulls. Well, the Amarillo Bulls won that tiebreak because they had won the head-to-head game, and they went on to play in the finals as well, where they beat Wenatchee the next day 5-0. Had Amarillo played that game outright and either won or lost close, it would have been the Bismarck Bobcats in the 2013 Robertson Cup championship game. But because of Colin Delia's giving up 7, it was the Bulls who went on to win the Robertson Cup title in 2013. We'll take a short commercial break and come back with Michael Talbot after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena. Toros and Wilderness. Toros trail by a score of 1-0 as we approach period number 3. The Wilderness lone goal came on an odd man rush up ice in which Colby Enns did not have a stick. Toros out shooting the Wilderness heavily, but so far unable to solve. Former Toro Jacob Seibel. Before this one had a chance to talk to Toros forward Michael Talbot. He's one of the assistant captains on the Toros turnaround and his big game-winning goal just a couple of weeks ago. in overtime. We'll let you hear that now. Or Michael Talbot. Talbot, you had a big game winner a couple weeks ago at home in overtime. Just walk us through that play for a minute.
Oh, yeah, it was a great play by Pav to get us sick on the puck and create some space between both of us and Bruins, opponent, and then just kind of got pulled down there at the end, so I kind of just whacked it in, and it was lucky it counted pretty much.
This 6-game win streak, it comes on the heels of a little bit of adversity and family weekend. What's been the difference, though? You guys hadn't won more than 3 in a row all season long before that win streak.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just a good time for us to come together. We just, battled through the adversity there right before family weekend, and I think it brought us closer than we've ever been as a group, and I think ultimately that set us on that pace to win 6 in a row.
Yeah. Coming into tonight, a win get you guys into the playoffs, or Bismarck loss. Is it important to you and the group to get the win and get in on your own rather than get help and kind of back in with a Bismarck loss?
Yeah, I think even just winning before entering playoffs and feeling good about ourselves, no matter who we're matched up against first round. So that if we make it, obviously, but no, I think it's good if we string together a few more wins here before playoffs and roll in there hot.
You mentioned getting wins and feeling good despite who we're playing. A sweep of Austin, a sweep of these guys, and a split with Aberdeen the last few weeks. Does that help you guys, knowing that you can beat anyone who's in the playoff picture right now?
Yeah, I think for sure. We just proved not only to everyone else but to ourselves. Ultimately, if we show up and play our game every night, there's no one that really, can stand in our way if we're playing our best hockey. And I think that's kind of what it's resulting to right now these past few weeks. And I think it's good going into the playoffs.
As one of the few veteran players from last year's team, if it does end up being Aberdeen and them being the 1 and us being the 4 this year, does that come in your mind, just what happened last year and getting some revenge?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, obviously we were the 1 seed last year. We had the target on our back, and then so that if that happens, we'd be the 4 seed and going in, kind of pressure would be more on them and us just showing up and trying to play our game. And I think I really do like our chances.
Aside from team success, do you have any personal goals down the stretch here?
Just try to be, a leader on and off the ice and try to, help this team get into the playoffs and hopefully pass first round, pass second round, ultimately the Robertson Cup.
All right, I'll let you go finish getting ready. Thanks for taking a minute.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin.
Once again, that's Toros forward Michael Talbot on the team's turnaround and what getting into the playoffs would mean for those veteran players as well. That'll do it for the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report here on the Minotauros Network, 1390 AM KRRZ and HockeyTV.com. When we come back, we'll have the start of period number 3 after these messages.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Aaron. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Taros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena here in Cloquet, Minnesota, as we get ready to start period number 3 here on the Minotauros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ, HockeyTV.com, and GoToros.com/listen-live. 20 fresh minutes on the clock, 57 seconds of carryover power play time for the Minnesota Wilderness Toros. Trail them 1-0. So the rest of this kill is imperative. Toros back to working from left to right on your radio dial or computer monitor. Toros, Pavel wins the draw, and Lincoln Earn sends it all the way down. The Wilderness will have to go 200 feet to start the power play. They do. They start up ice quickly. This is Watkins, hits the brakes at the near side hash marks, looks up top to the point and Treble. Treble back to Watkins. Watkins back up to Treble. Treble sweeps across to Goetz. Goetz drops down to the side of the net, far side. Pass into the middle for Regula is tipped, and it rolls all the way down. Seibel trying to catch the Toros in a change. Starts Regula up. He leaves for Watkins. Drops back to Regula. Spins back down the wall. Ends takes it away. And the Wilderness have to chase. Seibel out of his net stops that. He leaves for Treble. 10 seconds left to go on the power play as the Wilderness start up ice. They gain the line. That was offside. Taken away by the Toros anyways. Sawchuk hoists one. Ahead for Mucha, but it was behind him. Fresh out of the box was Green, but Dow able to intercept that pass dangerously close to too many men there in front of the Wilderness bench. They dump one into the glove of Grabko, who holds for a whistle. 18:55 to play here. In the final period, Toros still trail by 1. Shots now 29-18 through 41 minutes and 5 seconds. Of hockey. Wilderness had to get a 5th player on the ice. That's the reason for the delay. They'll toss Truscott. Lucia steps in. Draw one back by Loven into the corner. Ends. Keeps it moving around to the near side and Green. Green tack to tape, and then he'll drop back to Sawchuk. Sawchuk spins away from pressure, comes back to the near side. Green. Green. Trouble along the wall, but he works it ahead for Loven, and Loven carries out to neutral ice. Grant Loven guides it into the middle. Rolls all the way down behind the Wilderness net. Green pins a man there. They dig along the glass. Puck squirts free. Mucha finds it. Miro carries down the wall, tries a shot, stick save made. Rebound given to the near side. Up the wall, Lucia stepped into by Miro. He keeps possession though. Plays it back to his defense, Spencer. Spencer looks across to the far side. Taken away. Loven delays, tries a drag move, gets through the defender, but lost it into the corner. Pinching down was Rosenbaum. The puck pops up and out of play for a whistle. 17:59 left on the clock here in period number 3. Shots on goal now 30-18. Toros control off the draw at their own blue line. Rosenbaum has trouble. They'll just push it back in behind the Toro net. McGinnis keeps it moving to the far side. Regula steps into Koss. Koss wins a battle, but then Kobina steps in and takes it away. Along the blue line, Treble has trouble, and he'll just have to dump it in. Toros control in their own zone. Rosenbaum, glass and ahead, but Treble's able to block that down and dump it right back in. Grabko out of his net, stops that for McGinnis. McGinnis up ice, lost the handle Wilderness take back over. Lindelof looking to turn. Rosenbaum introduces him to the glass, but Dow's in. Tip play, and it's in. Worth on the finish on a beautiful pass from Dow. And the Toros trail by a pair. Well, if you remember a couple weeks ago, you can argue this is right. The Toros have the Wilderness right where they want them. Ahead 2-0 here in the third. Toros need another big comeback. Swept across to the near side and Foose. Foose up the middle for Pavel. Pav has trouble at the red line, keeps possession and now flicks one deep. Lund gives chase. Banked ahead. Not out. Foose kept it. Foose down the wall for Pavel. Pavel's shot's blocked. Pav fights free. Plays it down into the corner. Pass ahead. Altman up ice. Shot save made. Rebound loose. Toro's able to find it. Lund has it poked free. Pavel can't clear the zone. Regula leaves for Kobina. Kobina looking to cut into the middle. Instead he leaves to the far side. Daly puts one wide of the cage. Kobina make that Regula. Regula back up top. Long shot blocked by Belisle. He just chips one out to neutral. Spencer boots it, but he has time to recover. Pressured by Lund. Long pass up. Lindelof touches into the zone. Sawchuk's back on it. Far side, Sawchuk pins him. Man to the glass, and it's ahead for Lund. Lund looking to chip it into the zone. Squeezes through the check, but he can't regain possession. Down low for Lance. Lance taken down behind the net. Reisinen steps in to help. Reisinen pulls his way along the boards. They dig in the far side corner. Dug out. Talbot hits the brakes and looks to turn back the way he came. Shovels it back to the point. It's ahead. Ends. Shots blocked. Bouncing puck kicked to the near point. And Ends can't hold the line. He keeps alive. Dow is crushed by Lance. That was a bad hit. And Lance is lucky to be not headed to the penalty box. Ends ahead. Mucha into the middle. Rosenbaum can't corral. Toros managed to pinball it ahead. Rosie dumps it deep. Trebles on it. Mucha steps in, frees it up. Bouncing puck to the slot. No one able to find it for the Toros. Wilderness are on it first. Lucia shovels one across. Quick shot up and over the net. Treble at the near point, but it never got there. Loven steps in and takes it away. Grant Loven carries ahead, looks to gain the line and does, but he's pushed off the puck. Rosenbaum can't hold it at the point. Regula leaves for Kobina. Kobina stepped into by Rosenbaum. Watkins touches for Kobina, banks back to the point, and Lysagor. So as a shot, it's blocked by Green into the corner where Rosenbaum takes over and leaves for McGinnis. McGinnis, the head, sends that down the ice. Arm is up. This will go for icing. 14:04 left to play in the third. Shots on goal 30-20. In favor of the Toros, but it's 2-0. Wilderness. This is ahead. Mucha. Miro. Couldn't pull the trigger to dump it, and the Wilderness take it away. Lindelof walks in. Shot save made. And now a chop taken at Grabko, and Earns over to have words with Lindelof. The linesmen are all in. Foose was there as well. Draw will be to the right of Grabko, who's getting help fixing his mask from Austin Koss. 13:49 to play here in period number 3. Draw one back by Dahlimer. Foose shovels it to the far side. Nick Altman's the first to it. He gets rocked by Lincoln Earn. O'Connell tied up along the wall. Foose can't spin it through a check, and now he's tied up with a player. It was Truscott. Koss leaves it. Earn spins off pressure from Lucia. Lincoln Earn hits the brakes. He's pressured on the far side. Banks across for Foose. Foose ahead for Dahlimer. Dahlimer drops back to Earn. Earn gains the red line and dumps it deep. Dahlimer after it. Dahlimer finds it in the corner. Looking for help. Late man is Sawchuk. Shot into the glove for a whistle. 13:02 to play here in period number 3. Toros trail by 2. Draw to the right of Seibel. Pavel line out. He'll take the draw against Regula. Regula wins it back into the corner. Belial held up by Spencer. Played off to the far side. Spencer able to bull his way out. Pavel stepped into in front of the bench. Pushing and shoving there. Puck squirts free. Sawchuk digs it out. Plays to Enns. Enns for Lund. Lund touches it into the zone. Looks to chase it down, but it's glass and out for the Wilderness. Kobina gloves down to the stick. Banks ahead along the far side. Sawchuk and Belial tie it up over there and take away for a moment, but now it's down low to Regula again. Regula trying to get away from Sawchuk. Plays down for Watkins. Watkins into the middle. Tip play doesn't go. Hit Colby in the leg. Spencer guides it down in the corner. Pavel's there. Pavel working on Dow. Some good whacks with a stick thrown in front. No one there for the Wilderness. Out to neutral ice. Daly takes over. Plays to Spencer. Ahead for Dow. Dow forced to turn. Drops back to the D. Daly ahead for Lindelof. His dump in's blocked off. Lund gloves down to the stick and then leaves for Lance. Lance back to the Toros D. Ends. Head for Rosenbaum. Rosie couldn't hold it. Colby has it. He looks up ice for Lance. Lance just dumps it down into the corner as he was waiting for help to come on from a change. Down low. Lance spins it to the front. It never got there. Talbot finds it. Tied up. And it works back to the point. Rosenbaum. He'll chip it deep. Talbot side of the net. Backhand try. Save made. Rebound given to the near side. Lance ties up with Lucia. Lucia is able to bull his way out to neutral ice. Rosenbaum. Ahead on the near side. Rosie gains the line. Looks to carry deep. It's broken up. Talbot with a hit. Chip play at the side of the net as Mucha freed it up. Seibel had no idea that puck was free again. More pushing and shoving after the whistle. 10:53 left to go here in period number 3. So we'll stay 5 aside. It all falls under the boys will be boys rule. Draw to the right of Seibel. Bismarck's come back and tied it. They're through 2 in the capital city. Cats and Wings are now even at 4 aside. 50-50 draw. Glass and not out. Kept by Earn. Mucha into the middle for Lovin. Lovin trying to work it to the front and green. It never got there. Banked ahead along the near side. Never got to Kobina either. Treble ahead. This one does find Kobina. Kobina leaves for Regula. Regula's shots blocked by Foose into the corner. Back up top, Treble. Treble Dumps it down low. Grant Loven finds it. Guides it around to the far side. Mucha. Hacked at. Lincoln Earn finds it. Spins it back to the near and Foose. 617 seconds as it's ahead for Green. Ryan Green tries to feed Loven. This would be a delayed offside now, so the Toros will just push it back to the defense. Ends ahead. Missed Green, and the pass caroms into the Wilderness zone. This is ahead. Dumped in. Ends is back on it. This is Foose. Ahead. Touched in by Dahlimer. Giving chases O'Connell against Goats. They cancel in the corner. Dahlimer can't find it. Ends will keep it at the point. Quickly throws one on net. Hits Koss in the leg and caroms to the far side. They had Lucia breaking behind the defense. Pass was late getting there, and that allows Ends to recover and force him in behind. Centering feed missed everyone. Kept at the point, though. Regula tries to drag through. He can't as Koss went down to a knee, and now O'Connell carries ahead and dumps it in. Seibel out of his net to stop this. Left in the corner. Belisle's the first to it. Belisle looks to leave for Dahlimer. He can't glove down to the stick cleanly, and the Wilderness take over. No. Delayed call coming on Dahlimer's touch. He's going to go for the hook. So the Toros will be shorthanded with 9:03 to play here in period number 3. Toros to the kill for the second time. Rosenbaum, McGinnis, Pavel, and Lund. The quartet out to start. Pavel and Watkins. They'll make that Altman on the draw. Altman won it back. The Wilderness set it up. Just under 540 seconds to play in regulation. Toros need to find a pair. First they need to kill this off as this is Dow, side of the net. Jam play doesn't go. Puck rides the rail for a moment, then it's kept at the far point to the near point, and Dow. Dow drops up top of the umbrella. Goats looks across. Tacked to tape. Shot caromed wide. It almost went right onto the stick of Worth. Worth finds this puck in the slot. Played with a high stick, so the whistle goes. Shades of the puck off the banner for a moment as that whistle was late coming. 1:31, a palindrome on the power play clock for the Wilderness. 8:34 to play here in period number 3. Offensive zone draw now. Loven, Belisle, Earn, and Foose. The quartet out on the kill. 91 seconds left to kill on the power play. Loven just pushed that draw forward, and the Wilderness will set it up behind their own net. Far side, now a toss across, finds Truscott. Truscott into the zone, delays, drops back for Watkins. Watkins plays up top, Treble. Treble thought about it, now sweeps off to the far side, right back to the near point, and Treble drops side of the net. Watkins back up to Treble at the near point, tries the far point, and Kobina drops down to the goal line on the far side. Now it's taken away by Lincoln Earn. Earn kicks it up the wall for Belisle. Belisle carries ahead and then feeds Loven. Loven over the red line, gets help from Belisle. Bouncing puck. Watkins able to corral it with 7:57. Another palindrome left to play here in period number 3. 48 seconds left on the power play as it's played up to the far side. Into the zone. Watkins leaves for Regula. Regula looking to cut in. Drops below the goal line. Watkins has trouble. It's taken away by Colby Ends. Ends hammers around the near side. Lysagor kept it at the point for a moment, but Belisle's able to chip out to neutral ice. Pavel will pressure, but Lysagor plays back. Far side, Goats in his own zone turns with 7:27 on the clock. This one dumped deep. Ends is on it. 15 seconds left on the Wilderness power play as Colby Ends sends one into the offensive zone. Pavel looking to chase it down as the Toros trail by a pair. 7:11 left to play. The Wilderness net has been anything but open. Lucia out of the net as the Toros into the zone as the Toros come full strength. Shot that goes off the outside of the cage. Rebound to the far side. Koss can't control it. It's played down the wall. Glove down to the stick by McGinnis. Connor McGinnis, the defenseman, leads the Toros into the zone. Delays, drag move. McGinnis looks in front, tip play, and the Toros can't get it to go. Rosenbaum with it, shot. Blocked off by traffic. He had the whole top of the net, just couldn't get it through. Good stick by Rosenbaum, denies that rush. Great setup by McGinnis, and more chaos in the crease, but the Toros can't find Twine. This is a head. Kicked into the zone by Talbot. No, apparently not. They're going to say that went for icing. Icings are brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. Draw will be to the left. Of the Toro net. And Nick Grabko. Spencer down into the corner. Glass and out. Gets dumped right back in, and this time it'll be Rosenbaum back on it. Rosie tries the far side. Eisenden has trouble. McGinnis is there. McGinnis with a nice move. Now we'll start the Toros up ice. Gains the red line and dumps it deep. Out of his net to stop with Seibel. He can't corral it. Green's bumped off by Spencer, however. Talbot gives chase to the far side, as does Reisnen. Ern keeps it at the point for a moment. Lindelof banks ahead. It is out. Lincoln Ern spins it back into the middle, but Daly's on it. Ahead for Lucia. Tack to tape for the Wilderness forward, and he dumps it into the Toros zone. Bouncing puck. Lance dangles through. On the attack. He's got Belisle driving the net. Tip play. Ends up in behind. Lyle leaves for Lance. Lance looking in front. The pass was behind Green. Lucia dumps it in. 5:15, another palindrome on the clock as the puck comes across to the near side. Shots on goal are 33-20 in favor of the Toros. Seibel working on a shutout here as the Toros down 2-0. Lance chips that in. Lund gives chase and wins the race to it over Treble. Lund in front, shot that goes off the outside of the cage. Side of the net, a cover, hungry hippo style for Seibel with 4-4-4. Another palindrome left to play here in period number 3. Draw to the right of Seibel. Lovin on it. Kicked sideways. Mucha finds it. Nero has trouble on the far wall, and the Wilderness take over. Near side, Dow. Dow forced wide by Enns. Plays back to the point, and Goats. Goats long shot gobbled up by Grabko. 4:27 left to play here in the third. Shots now 34-21 in favor of the Toros. Still looking for their first goal on the evening. Alone shot it up and out of play. He was trying to pick a corner on the glove side. Where are they going to put this draw? They are going to move the draw out to neutral ice. Draw in neutral ice. Run back by the Toros. McGinnis will control in his own zone. Near side, Rosenbaum gains the red line, dumps it in. 3:25 to play. Pavel can't free it up behind the net. It's played to the far side, kept at the point by McGinnis. McGinnis dumps down low for Pavel. Pav trying to come out from behind, gets sent down awkwardly into the boards. They dig in the corner. Pav no worse for the wear, regains his feet and the puck. They continue to dig along the wall. 180 seconds left. Down the far side. Kicked back to the near. Talbot pursues. Dow leaves in the corner. Played up ice. This won't go far enough for icing. The Toros are going to have to play it. McGinnis is back on it. The Miracle Minotauros have another comeback in them. Far side. Rosenbaum touches back for McGinnis. Across for Lovin. Lovin mishandles. Lovin spins off the wall. Carries ahead. Leaves off for Lund. Lund back in for Lovin. It's poked away from him into the corner. Near side, Lucia banks ahead. Foose, gloves down to the stick. Plays back to Dahlimer. Toro's net is empty. Dahlimer speeds ahead through neutral ice, then flips it up and out of play for a whistle. 2:01 left to go here in period number 3. Toros. Will take their timeout. Draw will be in front of the Wilderness bench when the Toros timeout is over. Scoring in this one in the first, 16:31. Altman from Moberg. That made it 1-0. Right now that stands to be the game winner as Worth from Dow, the only other goal that came 2:47 into this one. Both broken plays on the rush for the Wilderness that end up in the back of the Toro net. Meanwhile, Grabko's back on for a brief moment. As soon as the Toros have possession, I'm sure he will return to the bench for the 6th attacker. Meanwhile, third period has started in Bismarck. It's still 4-4 between the Wings and the Cats. Into the middle, it's Enns. Enns into the zone, and Grabko goes to the bench. Off the wall, Lovin. Delisle couldn't hold the line, and the Toros have to regroup. Enns flicks it into the zone. Lund and Goetz. Lund wins the battle. Lund up top. Sawchuk quickly across for Enns. Enns flips one wide of the cage that Seibel gloves to hold. 1:33 left to go here in the third. Toros need 2 to tie. Lovin, Lund, Mucha, Belisle, Enns, and Sawchuk. The 6-pack that Marty Murray grabs from the fridge. Toros control off the draw. Enns down to the corner. Mucha. Miro looks across for Lund. Lund delays, then looks up top. Sawchuk brings it through traffic. That one finds the end glass. Mucha walks in. Fans on his shot. Now pulls it down. Shot. That one goes wide. Toros started to celebrate. This is Sawchuk. Touched back for Enns. Shot save made. Tip into the corner. Lund cancels as we hit the final minute. They dig. 3 men on it for the Toros. Miro comes out from behind. He wanted to wrap it. Now for the empty net. Dow just gives it up. Content to kill time. Quickly ahead. Belisle feeds to Lovin. Lovin touches into the corner. Lovin tied up, plays it ahead. Kobina steps in and takes it away, looks for the empty net and misses wide, and that goes for icing. 29.9 left to go here in period number 3. Toros still need to find 2. Draw to the left of Seibel. Dahlimer, Pavel, Talbot, Lance, Foose, and Rosenbaum. Toros need 2. Foose across for Rosenbaum. His shot is blocked. Rosie keeps it down the wall. Dahlimer has it poked away, and this one will go down the ice and won't go far enough for icing. And that should just about do it. Just 15 seconds. Toros need 2. Pass ahead finds Talbot. And it pops into the Wilderness bench with 9.4 to go. Toros are going to fall in this one. If they're going to clinch tonight, they will do so with the help of the Aberdeen Wings. Draw at center. Toros keep 6 attackers on. They're not giving up hope just yet. Foose touches ahead. Dahlimer, it's poked away from him. Bounced ahead, mishandled. Pavel pokes at it, but Seibel gets the shutout. And the Toros fall to the Wilderness. We'll take a short break and tell you all about it after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena. Toros fall by a score of 2-0 despite outshooting the Minnesota Wilderness 36-21. So the Toros will have to wait at least a little bit longer to clinch a playoff spot, unless they can get some help from the Aberdeen Wings. It's still 4-4 down in Bismarck. So the Toros not getting that help yet. Bobcats were down 2-0 and then 4-2. Both times fought back to tie it. We'll keep an eye on that one throughout the rest of the evening. But here in Cloquet, Toros fall 2-0. Nick Altman with his 12th of the year at 16:31 of the first made it 1-0. That's the game winner. Moberg had his 9th assist of the year on it. No scoring in the second. Then in the third, Garrett Worth, his 6th of the year. Luke Dow, helper number 31 on the campaign for the insurance goal. Toros will look for revenge tomorrow evening. Now the chances of moving up into the second or third spot looking pretty slim. Toros need a win tomorrow night just to pull back within 4. Would have to sweep Aberdeen next weekend and get help from the Brookings Blizzard. So it looks like if the Toros do get in, it will be as the 4 seed. But to do that, the Toros still need a win or a Bismarck loss. Take a look around the rest of the league. finals. Philly 6-2 over Northeast, 8-1 Wilkes-Barre over New Jersey. Janesville 4-3 over Austin. Minnesota and Springfield, they're tied at 1 late in the third. Just under 7 minutes to play in Brookings, where the Blizzard lead the Chill 3-2. 6-4 Corpus over Odessa. That one almost final. Still scoreless, Lone Star and Shreveport. So if you're watching on HockeyTV.com, that's a battle for the South Division crown. You might want to flip over and catch the end of that one after we sign off here in Cloquet. Amarillo 5-1 over Topeka with 2:43 to play. And not yet underway, Kenai at Fairbanks. That will do it for us here on the Farmers Union Insurance postgame show. Toros fall by a score of 2-0, despite, for the most part, outplaying the Minnesota Wilderness. We'll look to get it right tomorrow. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast in spite of the outcome. That'll do it from Cloquet. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. For the crew back at the shop, I'm Ken Oda. We'll talk to you at 6:50 with the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show tomorrow evening.
This has been a presentation of Minotauros Hockey. Visit MinotaurosHockey.com to stay up to date on all things Toros. This broadcast was brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Gooseneck Implement, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, and Coulter Energy. Minotauros Hockey, join the charge.